Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different from what we did in our last video. Our last video we were playing Dredge and we were trying to put as many cards into our graveyard from our library as quickly as possible. And now we're going to do quite the opposite. We're going to try and put as many cards from our opponent's library into their graveyard as quickly as possible. Today we're playing Blue-Black Mill. I've been having quite a bit of success with this deck, as well as a lot of fun, which is the more important thing. It seems like a kind of a meme deck, but you can actually get decent results and have a lot of fun games with this. So I highly recommend it. So how does the deck work? The deck is centered around tutelages. Both tutelages, whenever you draw a card, mill your opponent for 2 cards. We have Teferi's tutelage and Sphinx's tutelage. Sphinx's tutelage, whenever you mill 2 cards and both of those cards share a color, you repeat the process. And Teferi's tutelage, whenever this enters the battlefield, you draw a card and then discard a card. I'm not running the full 8 because I feel that this is a 3 mana do nothing enchantment, like it doesn't impact the board. So running too many of these is a sure way to lose. Generally you have enough card draw in the deck that you will be able to find one each game. Often even multiples, and you really don't need more than 1, and sometimes 2 is nice, but you never ever want 3 generally, so that's why there's only 6. You will find them, don't worry about it. I've chosen a split in favor of Teferi's tutelage just because I value the draw a card and discard a card when it enters more than I do the double triggers that the Sphinx's tutelage provide. I think this is just a little bit more relevant because it kind of functions as a double trigger from the Sphinx's tutelage anyway, drawing that card, because it immediately triggers whatever tutelages you have out, or it triggers itself. So with these tutelages, we want to be drawing a lot of cards. Who doesn't? And for that, we have a couple of things. We have Detection Probe. It's a free card draw. If you pay the life, you get to see what your opponent is doing, plan ahead how you want to play this game and interact with whatever they have in their hand. Do you want to wait with resolving a tutelage because you need to interact, or can you just slam it on the table? Then there's Brainstorm. Brainstorm is really good with Teferi's tutelage because while you have to put back 2 cards, you still draw 3. So that means you trigger your tutelages 3 times and you can mill them out quite quickly that way. Ponder doesn't draw 3, but it still sets up your draws and filter through your deck. We have Frantic Search, which pay 3, draw 2, discard 2, and untap 3 lands again. So this kind of turbos you through your deck. It makes it so you draw some cards to trigger your tutelages and still are able to do other things on that turn. And it helps fuel the next card, which is Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise is often an Ancestral Recall in this deck, because you have so many cheap spells. You draw 3 and you start milling them, drawing into more interaction or more draw cards to mill them more. So this card is really great. So that's kind of the way you can mill your opponent, by drawing cards. Then the other way to mill is with Rune Crab, which is a creature in 03. It's quite a good blocker. It's a 1 mana creature. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, your opponents mill 3 cards. If you ever get these early, you can do quite some damage with consistent land drops. If you ever get 2, it really goes nuts. We have the fetches, Evolving Wilds, and Terramorphic Expanse in the deck to be able to double trigger the Rune Crab whenever you play one and crack one of those. And those also play quite nicely with Brainstorm and Ponder to be able to shuffle away cards you don't want, as well as with Treasure Cruise because it's just an extra card you can delve away. For interaction, we have Spell Pierces, which is, I think, a very nice counterspell. Generally, you don't want to go too long with this deck, so having a 1 mana interactive spell that you can play other spells next to it. You can play a tutelage on turn 4 and have a Spell Pierce to protect it. I've been quite impressed with Spell Pierce. And then with the Brainstorms and the Frantic Searches and the discard from the tutelage, if it's not that effective, it's fairly easy to discard also. We have Cling to Dust. We are a mill deck. We do need to interact with the game, with the graveyard a little bit in game 1, so that's why this is here. Nile Spellbomb, another way to interact with the graveyard game 1. I think that's necessary for this deck. Both of these can also draw a card in the pinch, trigger our tutelages, so they're never like completely dead draws. Then for removal, we have Easy Prey. This card seems kind of medium, but is actually quite good. I'm not too concerned with bigger creatures. I'm mostly concerned with early creature rush, and Easy Prey is a good way to deal with those threats, while also having cycling, so never being a completely dead draw against control decks. And the most important interactive element to this deck is probably Drown in the Loch. Drown in the Loch does two things. It can kill creatures and it can counter spells as long as the converted mana cost of that spell or creature is less than or equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. So as we are playing a mill deck, this is usually able to kill or counter whatever their opponent is doing. And that flexibility is really important because it means you have less dead cards in game one, and you don't need to make choices between, do I add a counter spell or do I add a removal spell? No, you just have both in one card. So Drown in the Loch is really the reason to be in black, because there's no effect like this outside of black. And then the last card in the deck is Yahini's Expertise. I found that you do want a sweeper against the early creature decks, because otherwise you're just going to get overrun. You don't really need to sweep up big creatures because those are usually a bit slower, and the deck is pretty good against slower decks because you can just race those, but you do want to be able to clean up rushes. So the -3/-3 is usually enough, and then this letting you cast a 3 converted mana cost or less spell for free really works well with tutelage, because you can play an Expertise, put in a tutelage. You will have both developed your own game plan as well as disrupted your opponent by killing their board. So this is why this card is good enough that you want to be able to splash this double black cost in it. The sideboard has some answers to aggro, it has some answers to combo and graveyard decks. Into the Royal is a catch-all answer for like annoying cards that give hexproof or something like that. Negate is just another counter spell. This figure, cheap removal, you really want your cheap removal to be 1 mana because it allows you to play both a card draw spell and a removal spell on turn 2. It makes it easier to fuel your treasure cruise. We have Duresses against combo and control. You can take their counter spell, you can take their combo piece. You can see what's up. Doomblade, I found that Doomblade kills most of the creatures you care about. There's not that many creatures in black that you really want to kill, and otherwise you just don't board it in. I was trying Heartless Act, but Heartless Act not killing most of the creatures from the red deck means that I think it's unplayable as a removal spell in the sideboard that you want to board in against creature decks. So that's why I'm running Doomblade. Feed the Swarm can kill a creature, but it can also kill an enchantment, so it's a little bit more versatile. Crypt Incursion is very good against Dredge, exiles all creatures from a graveyard and gives you a bunch of life. It's also decent against like burn decks or red decks, but just because it gives you that life gain, and it can be quite a big swing. We have another Yahini's Expertise, just because against the creature decks you generally want to find one, so you want that third. You have Nihil Spell Bombs as another way to answer the graveyard. After all, we are a mill deck, so we really need to have some control over our opponent's graveyard. I like Nihil Spellbomb more than Tormod Script, just because it draws you a card, which works with the tutelages, and yeah, you keep the card advantage. And then Knight of Souls Betrayal as a final card in the sideboard. I've been really impressed with this card. It shuts down all sorts of mana elves. It shuts down Signal Pest, Ginger Brute, you name it. There's even some creatures in like red deck wins that you can shut down with this. It shuts down Delvers. People can't play Sprite Dragons anymore. Cleans up tokens. I've really been impressed with this card, and I try and play it in most of my black decks that want to take a more controlling stance to a game. Yeah, this is the deck. I'm going to run it through a league, see how it performs. Hope you like it. Okay, we're ready for our first round. We won the die roll, so let's go for it. This hand, we don't have any mill, but we do have a decent mix of lands and spells, so let's keep it. We even get to ponder and then fetch the third card away if we want to. Right, island, ponder. Ooh. Yeah, land, tutelage. Shuffle our library, no. Cool. And next turn we're drawing another tutelage, and then we fetch to get rid of that third land. Or actually it would be our fourth, but we want lands, but not that badly. Okay. Well, this might be a very uneventful game one. Our opponent seems to be missing their second land drop. Yeah, let's just fetch. I will get a swamp. Just because this isn't a very reliable black source if you want to counter something. Play a tutelage. And let's get rid of a drown. I don't think we need to. Yeah. They probably just didn't want to see us to see what they were on, so I think we just have to run it back. We got a free win, so can't be too unhappy. This is unfortunate. I mean, this hand is not playable, but maybe if he had lands, we wouldn't know if this Yani's expertise is really good or really bad. We're mulliganing. They're mulliganing as well. And we're gonna keep. I think I'm gonna put away the frantic search. Pretty good with treasure cruise, but yeah, no, let's get rid of that. This is probably the Pox deck, if I have to take a guess. Against Pox, I would have boarded out the well, maybe not. I don't think they play birds, do they? No. All right. I'm gonna play our crab, and we're gonna play this, mill them, rally the horde. Oh, this is some sort of combo deck. I have no idea what's going on, to be honest. Rally the horde, what does that do? Oh, is this some sort of oops all spells? Exile the top card of your library, exile the top card of your library, exile the top card of your library. If the last card exiled isn't a land card, repeat this process. Create a 1/1 red warrior token for each non-land card. So they exiled 3 cards. Oh, and they make... Oh, okay, I see, yeah. And then they make just tokens. Right. And then they have a haste thing. And then that kills us. Yes, this is some sort of oops all spells. And they're also looking to mill their whole deck. Gotcha. Well, I guess we ponder here. The River of Tears is really awkward because we don't have a land, so we don't have a reliable counter. So let's ponder. Love to find Sunken Runes. I also do need to find another land. The Rally Horde is like 6 mana also. Brainstorm, Island, River of Tears. Not shuffle. And then we just kill the birds to slow them down. I have no idea what's going on. How are they planning on... Sylvan carried it. Okay, we can't kill that. Oh, it has haste. That's nifty. Okay. Yeah, let's play a land. That's Sphinx's tutelage. And then I think we cling to dust just because we want to use our mana. And then I guess we exile their Rally the Hordes because we want to draw a card and maybe they can get it back with like the spell land, the recovery. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on officially. Let's mill them some more. And I really want to find the black source that functions on their turn, because that's what we need. Paradise Druid. Okay, more mana. So next turn they can potentially play this Valley the Hordes, unless we find some way to interact. Spell Pierce might also be good. We can play a tutelage and try to start turbo milling them, but then if I do that, I can't find my black source to interact. I think that's more important. Yeah, well, we didn't find it. Oh, okay. They have a Dredge, so they can keep milling. Ooh. I can't get their Dredge return. So maybe they can Dredge return. Yeah, they can probably Dredge return something next turn. Oh, Laboratory Maniac. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here. Crashing Drawbridge. Okay. This doesn't seem like a kill to me. No, I don't think they have it. We can also just cling to dust. Okay, so we can mill them out. But if we mill them out, then they have the Dredge. Oh man. I think we do go for the Treasure Cruise line. I'm not sure, maybe they can't kill us if we... Oh, well, they did it for us. We didn't have to make the decision. So yeah, the thinking was I can either cling to dust the Laboratory Maniac, thinking that that's their only way to win, or we can Treasure Cruise, mill all the cards in their deck, they flip over and have a Dredge left in their deck. That's the only thing that they have, and then we can kill one of their guys if we draw a card, and then that should be enough to make it impossible for them to flashback Dredge return. Or if we draw a black producing land, we also win. Back for our second round, we're again on the play. Let's see what we get. This is a hand where Brainstormer is going to have to do a lot of work, but as you will notice when you're watching my videos, I really do not like mulling. So I think we do keep this, and then depending on what our opponent is playing, we can kind of sculpt our hand with Brainstorm, or just put back an excessive amount of lands. Mishra's Factory or Ornithopter, okay. We know what we're looking for, at least. I think Brainstorm is probably better here. Put back a Terramorphic Expanse and a Sunken Ruins. And then I will play the Evolving Wilds and say go. It's kind of unfortunate that we don't get to go Rune Crab with a fetch, but I think shuffling away those bad cards, it is a little bit more valuable. Okay, is our opponent the all colorless version of Affinity? Actually, next turn we can also just play a tutelage, which wouldn't be terrible. Okay, so they're getting in for 2. I'm okay with this. Let's fetch for an island. Maybe we can hide the black mana for a little while. Yeah, playing the tutelage is probably better. Getting to spend all of our 3 mana is nice. Island, tutelage. Just get this online while we're not under pressure. Get rid of the swamp. Seems fine. Ooh, I like getting rid of an Insolid artifact. That is a very fast clock. That is very hard to kill for us. They have Master of Ethereum. Sure. The guy's good, but it's not super scary yet. They're stuck on mana. Ooh, Treasure Cruise. I like that. I like that. Let's Frantic Search. I think we can do quite a bit of stuff this turn. Discard River of Tears. So I think we can discard this Probe and still cruise this turn. And then we have the Ponder left over as a way to find new action. If this Treasure Cruise doesn't already find us enough action. So, okay. Well, I think they saw enough. That's kind of weird for them to scoop there. I mean, they weren't dead. At least they didn't know what we have in hand. Feed the Swarm. Doomblade. Don't need these probes. I like Into the Royal if they're on the Scissors. Frantic Search can go. And the question is, like, Duress is good early, but it's kind of meh. Well, actually, there are boarding in counter spells. Yeah, I can see like one Miser Duress. Let's go with this. It might actually be correct to take out all the crabs, but okay. Well, we have a bunch of removal. Yeah, we have a bunch of removal. So that's what we're going to be playing for. Let's hope they don't have the counter spell, because this might be a hand that cannot beat that. Are they dumping their hand? No, not yet. Play the River of Tears. We probably have to blow some of this removal early. Ooh, is this an Insol? No. Is it Signet? Okay. Yeah, I've seen these Is It Signet lists. I tried them and I couldn't get them to work for me, but they've been getting some very good results. Okay, and we have all the lands we could ever need right now. We don't need any more. Frogmite, yep. And Soul. Plating. Yeah, that's annoying. But they're going slowish. Ooh, Spell Pierce would have been great last turn. Yeah, let's play our land and say go. I mean, it's very clear that we might have a sweeper here. Well, let's see what this is. Etched Champion. Okay, we're gonna get them pretty good here with this Yahanni's expertise. Now, the only thing I can really hope for is to draw a tutelage so we have something to put in. But, well, we didn't, but we do have a Brainstorm to cast for free, which I think we do. Yahanni's. Play this Brainstorm. I don't need this Sunken Ruins. And then we put the the Evolving Wilds on top of that. So they're kind of out of stuff. I'd hate to see another champion here. Signal Past is fine. And they can fire up the Mishra's Factory. Ooh. Ravenous Intruder, okay. Play this. Fetch. Yeah, I want an island. Yeah. I think we just let all this happen. Okay, so their cards are on the table. We can answer kind of all of them. Okay, the plating goes on the intruder. They're not firing up the factory, which is kind of weird to me. I will Doomblade this. Leave the drown for any champions or something like that coming off the top. Let's play the tutelage. Discard this island. The only thing we really want to find now is a treasure cruise to really pull ahead, because this plating is a problem. Yep, fire up the factory. Where's this? 2-minute spell. Oh. Yeah. Are we getting galvanic blasted? I don't get it. There's no real reason to tap all of the mana. I guess I kill this too. Yeah, the plating puts a lot of pressure on us to just keep killing every card they play. Okay. They make it into a creature again. What? What is going... Okay. Well, this is a weird league. We get a lot of opponents to just scoop them up for no apparent reason. I guess we'll take it, but this could have been an interesting match. I think we were actually in trouble. Well, this Knight of Souls Betrayal would have been very good. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on here. Okay, round 3, see if we get an opponent that actually wants to finish the match. This hand, we're on the draw. We have a spell pairs for some interaction. We have this that doesn't do anything yet, but like I said, I do not like the mulligan, so we keep this. This is probably a greedy keep, but believe in the heart of the cards and whatnot. Ponder. Okay, well, I'm feeling okay about keeping this spell pierce hand. Okay. They chose not to shuffle. I think I might just fire off this brainstorm pretty early. Oh, wait, are we against the mirror? That would be interesting. Actually, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, play an island. If we're playing against a mirror, we might be able to nab ourselves a tutelage here and then resolve our own. Okay, not the mirror, not the mirror. I know that the deck has been getting some traction, but it's not that popular just yet. I'm still going to wait on this brainstorm. I don't want to play tutelage next turn because a deck that doesn't do anything likely has some sort of counter spells, and next turn we can actually defend our tutelage and force it through with our own spell pierce. Okay, Fairy Vandal, sure. I probably should have played the River of Tears, because then this Vandal would have actually, I would have been able to kill this Vandal. I kind of wanted to like hide information, but it doesn't really matter all that much. And if we had been able to kill the Vandal, it would be so much better. Let's see what they do. Okay, I don't mind them missing a land drop. Let's play the River of Tears. Let's play our tutelage. See if they want to fight. If they don't, we just have the spell pierce left over for another fight. They don't, okay. So me, yeah, I don't need this island, that can go. Downside to all of this is, of course, they get to do their treasure cruises if we mill them into them, but that's fine. Okay, double Vandal, yeah. Next turn we can kill both. with this Sunken Ruins and these Drowns. I think I will fire off one of the Brainstorms now. Just because it mills them for a bunch, we get to prepare our draws a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. I don't actually care that much, because they can't interact with this, and we can kill all of their pressure next turn with the Sunken Ruins and the Spell Pierce as backup. They still didn't find the land. Wow. Let's just brainstorm. Let's put back this Ponder, and I guess this, yeah, let's just draw the land. It's not gonna matter. Maybe drawing Ponder would have been better. I don't know. Stubborn Denial, eh? Okay. They have to discard? Yeah, sure. Mana Leak, okay. Sunken Ruins. Let's make black black. Let's kill one of your guys. Let's kill your other guy. Yeah, I should have kept the Ponder, so we could have pondered. That was a mistake. And against a deck like his, that actually kind of matters. Sprite Dragon, yeah. Because they really kind of pressure your mana with the soft permission. So it's relevant. We don't have another spell. Okay, we draw our Ponder. Let's Ponder first. We don't really want this other treasure cruise. Do we want this crab? I think we do. Yeah. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just fetch for another island, and then we can resolve treasure cruise, not delving everything, and we still have a brainstorm left over, and we still have the spell pierce if they have some form of interaction. Stubborn Denial. Okay, yeah, well, we'll just pay for that. Need to be careful not to get burned out, but no, they didn't get a second red source. If they did, I would have been more worried. I'm not gonna probe right now because they do have some burst damage in their deck. It looks like it's fairly minimal. Just blue-red Delver. If they burst me, then 8, and then I take 3 from the Sprite Dragon. That doesn't do it. They've milled 2 Get Action Probes, but those also wouldn't do it. Another Sprite Dragon. Yeah, that's shouldn't be fast enough, but who knows? I always get like kind of nervous because I always think that my opponent is gonna have the nuts and just kill me. So this is 5. 2 more spells is 9. A probe is 11. So we need to find all of their probes. I mean, it's not impossible. Or like a probe and a vapor snag. Or did they already mill some combination of those spells? Oh, they're going to attacks. That's probably good for us. Yeah. Damage. Okay. We should be able to figure out some sort of win from here. I'm gonna play my land, mill them for another 3, probe for mana, burst lightning, mana lake, treasure cruise. Okay, really just play this brainstorm, and then we will pay. Yes. Okay, we got there. So, we want duress. We want feed the swarm. We want Doomblade. Heenies is not that good, I don't think, because it's just so easy for them to grow their guys to be too big. I do kind of like Knight of Souls Betrayal just because it blanks all of their Delvers. It blanks their Sprite Dragons. Doesn't blank the other dude, the fairy. But that seems pretty good. Don't need Cling to Dust. Don't think we need Nihil Spellbomb. They can Treasure Cruise. That's when you're playing this deck, you kind of sign up to let your opponent Treasure Cruise. And I don't want these Frantic Searches. The rest seems fine. Negate's okay, but I don't really want to play too much of that game. I want my Spell Pierces and Duresses as cheaper spells to interact with them. We have Knight of Souls Betrayal, and I love that card. It is kind of slow though. We have one land. We have an easy prey. We have a pretty good hand, but we have no lands, so we have one land. Okay, this actually seems fine. Let's keep it. What card are we going to put on the bottom? Honestly, I think we might just bottom this tutelage. Yeah. Just go on his crab plan for a little bit. Oh, well, you can see our hand. Not sure if they're impressed. Probably not. Island would be a very nice draw. So we can deploy our crabs a little earlier. Because right now, they're kind of awkward. I'm just going to play Swamp, and then next turn I'll play Sunken Ruins and play both our crabs. And then turn after that, we can maybe Brainstorm and fetch. I'm not a big fan of the end of opponent's turn Brainstorm. Well, if you have a fetch. But otherwise they would have been able to fetch away 2 cards. I do like this because we're not under any real pressure right now. So what I'll do here, I think I ponder. I like all of these cards. Evolving Wilds, Get Action, and Get Action Probe. Don't want to shuffle, and I do want to play this crab. And then next turn, we draw the tutelage, we play the probe to look at their hand, and then we can see what we want to do with this. Okay, that's fine. We have another one of those. Delver. Okay, and so if you probe, we get to see. I think this is still fine. See what we're up against. Brainstorm, Interroyal, Chain Lightning, Treasure Cruise. Blue, Brainstorm. Put back a tutelage and Evolving Wilds. And actually, I don't think I want to play the crab. It just makes it so easy for them to cruise. Seems kind of bad. I really hope. Okay, they're going for the flip. Yeah, we knew they had the Brainstorm. They're so tight on mana. I think I do still want to resolve this Knight of Souls Betrayal, even if they flip. I don't really want to start milling them as long as they are stuck on mana. Then it makes it very easy for them to pull out of it. And reveals Chain Lightning, yeah, sure. They can bounce it with Into the Royal, but that's fine because that means they're tapping out. So let's just play this. We take less damage. They can't deploy any more threats. They're not drawing lands for 2 more turns. I think it's fine to play a tutelage now. Spell Pierce. Okay. It's fine, we have another one. But if we play the crab, we make it very easy for them. They just Chain Lightning our crab, and then Treasure Cruise. Don't really want to do that. I still want to wait. Island. Now they probably chain lightning our face. Ponder. Okay. We do want to find an answer to this Delver. If we can, we're in decent shape. Let's play this crab. Play a land. Let's just mail them. At this point, it doesn't really matter. They're gonna get to Treasure Cruise anyway. So I don't want them to be able to spend their mana. Going to 9. Potentially 6, and then 3 if they decide to bounce our thing. We're not out of the woods yet. We need some removal. We don't need River of Tears. That's for sure. Yeah, we'll play our tutelage. We know it's gonna resolve probably. We also don't care about it. I think they should bounce. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it becomes a 2 power, so it's 4. Chain lightning. It's getting dicey. We drew a couple too many lands, I think, this game. And our crabs were kind of awkward. But still, it's very rare to just kill someone with only the crab. You generally do need a tutelage effect and some card draw to go with it. And I think the card draw is the thing that was lacking most from our hand. Or actually, I think they can kill us. Yeah, if they chain lightning us down to 6, draw another card, and then into Royal our Knight of Souls Betrayal, then we lose. Okay. Curious if they see the line. Okay, they didn't. We get to play on. I'm not sure what we're drawing into, but okay. Well, that also works. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, let's try again. We're on the play, which is nice. I still like how we boarded. There's some argument for this figure now after losing to Delver. I guess those aren't awful. But I don't want to go down on all the rune crabs, even though they're not effective blockers, because they also help to turn on the drowns. Yeah, let's still just run it back. I also don't want the Nile spellbombs just to be able to make their cruises harder. At some point they will be able to cruise, so there's no stopping that. I do like this hand. Yeah, let's keep it. Let's play our island. The next turn we can duress and maybe we draw like a ponder or something. Let's just action probe them for mana. No. Oh, I'm an idiot, because now this land doesn't do anything. Oh my god, that was really bad. It was so bad. Well, that's might have cost us the game. They're definitely flipping their Delver now, so, and they actually have some redundancy with this mana lake. Oh my god, that was so bad. And they found the land. It's not good. Not good at all. What are we doing now? I'm not sure my tutelage can race their Delver. We can just jam a tutelage, or we can ponder. Yeah, let's ponder first. Okay, drown and lock, that's good. Then River of Tears, drown and lock. Don't shuffle. Play a land. And just kill this guy. And then they have Sprite Dragon, which is also annoying, but okay, they want to take it slow. I'm fine with taking it slow. And we'll duress them. They can mana lake if they want. Fairy Vandal, okay, that's what they're doing. I'm tempted to take their mana lake. But Ponder is also kind of nice. Now I think we have to take the Mana Leak, otherwise we just Mana Leak the bunch and die. And then I will Brainstorm here. If they play their guy, which they will. Brainstorm. Put back these two. Fetch. Now I just hope they don't draw land. But with the Ponder, it's very likely that they do. And they just naturally got it. Sprite Dragon. Ponder, yeah. They have a bunch of burn in hand already. Ooh, and a probe, come on. Are we dead next turn? I hope not. We play, I can play Teferi's Tutelage. I think we play Sphinx's Tutelage. Brainstorm, even though it doesn't get us any deeper. Put back these two. I guess we hope to get lucky a little bit on some doubles. Treasure Cruise. We know they have the Mana Lake as well. Those are not good draws. Maybe I should have boarded this figures, just because I can kill these smaller dudes. Guess we're getting Chain Lightninged. No, Burst Lightning. They have Mana Leak for our next play. Go down to 4. So we have to win through a Mana Leak. I don't think this hand can do that. I don't think this hand wins by resolving another tutelage and then getting there. As I say that, yeah, we're just very dead. That's unfortunate. I feel like I could have won this match, but the duress definitely cost me. Oh well. Better play next round. Okay, ready for our 4th round. Let's see if we can play a little better this time. We are on the draw. Yeah, I guess I keep this. It's kind of awkward with the Rune Crab, but again, I really hate mulliganing, so there's lots to draw into as well, I guess. Oh well, if it's a black deck and we're like up against Pox, then I'm more than okay with this. If we get himmed, I'm not as okay. Oh. Ooh, Dredge. Well, this is not a great matchup, obviously. Let's play these crabs so we can at least block their zombies. We do need to draw lands at some point. Did they keep a good hand? Doesn't look like it. Why did they keep this? Oh, they can't make red mana? Well, we say that about them, but our hand also not exactly functional. Oh, okay, now they have a Grave Troll. They milled, but they can't cast their Smiting Helix. Yeah, we do play this land. I can't wait around forever, especially for the light on lands anyway, so I'm just gonna do this tutelage, and then they can dredge again. As long as they're dredging, they're not flashing back Smiting Helix, then I'm okay with that. Okay. Dread returns. Stinkweed Imp, okay. We're actually, I'm pretty happy with this Frantic Surge. Build them a little faster. Frantic Surge. Do not want this Easy Prey. I might want these Yahenis. And I don't need this second cruise, I guess. Squee, okay. Done. We are really not finding our lands. Ponder. Okay, that's good. Teferi's Tutelage, Brainstorm, River of Tears. Shuffle, no. Yeah, those are the creeping chills. Can't do anything about that. We play our land, and then the question is, can we mill them out this turn? Yes, very easily. Brainstorm. Put back this and this. And there goes their graveyard. Or rather, their library into their graveyard. So yeah, this is how you win against Dredge. They have a non-functional opener, and you can mill them out with Sphinx's Tutelage. Yeah, return Ashen Ghoul all you want. Alright. That was good. Now we get to bring in our hate. Nile Spell Bombs. Crypt Incursion. I do want to feed this swarm against their zombie infestation. I know how good that is. I like Night of Social Betrayal a lot because basically you don't... Yeah, it deals with all of the ghouls. They're all one toughness creatures, so they all just die. I like Spell Pierces. Honestly, maybe Drown isn't that great. I'm not a big fan of Probe because you can't afford to pay too much life anyway. Because, well, basically you start the game at 8 life, unless they draw multiple creeping chills like they did last game. You start the game at 8 life, so you can't afford to take too much damage, so paying life for Probe is usually not a thing you want to be doing. So let's run it back like this. There's something to be said for Negate as well. Might actually be better than Drown and Lock. Well, we have Crypt Incursion, but we don't have lands. I think we put back Treasure Cruise, River of Tears. As much as I want Treasure... Well, no. Actually, let's put back Brainstorm. No, that's just greedy. It's just so greedy. This seems better. I mean, Cling to Dust is good. It's not gonna just stop them cold. Okay, so at least not a super fast hand, but maybe there's a reunion waiting for us. So I'm gonna lead on Swamp. As much as it is kind of painful to be stuck with a bunch of blue cards after this, I want to try and slow them down just a little bit. Okay. Well, it seems like they kept us slow on. Not interested in Rune Crab. That comes later. Ooh, Nile Spellbomb. I like that. Also like the Yahinis. So Yahinis, Terramorphic, Nile Spellbomb. I don't want to shuffle. This is kind of tricky, but I think I'm better off keeping up to Cling. I don't want to play this Spellbomb and then have to use it without drawing the card. If they have a Reunion and they only have one Dredger, this Cling will do some work. Insolent Neonate. I'm just gonna take this Stinkweed Imp. They can draw the card. Maybe they have a Reunion and we're gonna be sad. I feel like they almost have to have it. Well, looks like they didn't. Now Spellbomb. Terramorphic. Okay, so now we can stop the first big Dredge. At least the payoffs. Shenanigans? No. Cathartic Reunion. Okay, that's fine. So they only had the one Dredger, so our choice of keeping Cling was pretty good. Let's fetch. Even though I kind of want to put back something. Okay, let's Brainstorm. Crypt Incursion is really nice. Let's put back Rune Crab and another Brainstorm. Play our land. And we have a Crypt Incursion as well as a Spellbomb now. So I'm feeling pretty good about this game. Cathartic Union. Okay, now they have the Grave Troll. We're just gonna let them dredge. They need to show us something that actually makes us want to pop this Spellbomb. Okay, Creeping Chill. And another Creeping Chill. So here I will pop this. And I will pay. And they can try again. next time. And when they do, we'll be waiting for them with another graveyard hate spell with Crypt Incursion. I didn't want to do the Crypt Incursion there because I kind of want to stop the Creeping Chill drain. And then if we do the Crypt Incursion, they can also just still untap or take the next main phase and Smiting Helix us, and then we go down quite a bit, and I don't really want that. I want to keep our life total high so we have some time to do things, even if they have a full board. No, I don't want to shuffle. I want this land. I also want one of these tutelages at some point to win the game. This is another reunion. Okay. You've drawn pretty well. Okay. This is still fine. If they go and flash back the Helix, still, if we Crypt Incursion, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. It's pretty juicy. And they're also down to 11 cards in deck. Yeah, of course. We do this. Go up to 41 and they scoop. So people might think that Dredge is a very poor matchup, but you definitely have the tools to beat them, especially if you can steal game one like we did this time. You have the tools to beat them. All right, we are ready for our final round of this league. We are on the draw. We have a Ponder, we have a Crab, we have a Fetch to go with it. I think we keep a bit land heavy, but you're not gonna mull a hand like this. A blue deck, okay. Ooh. That's kind of scary. Those decks tend to be pretty fast. I kind of want to play this Ponder to start. It's not any interaction. I think we shuffle this away. Like, if a deck plays Blister Coil weird, they are looking to kill you pretty fast. I'm sure of that. So I want to find some ways to interact with this. As much as I like Brainstorm and Tutelage and everything like that, this seems to be a fast deck. Oh, well, Swiftwater Cliff's not as fast. And we get hit for 1. All right, another one. Scary, scary. Let's play this. We might also be helping them by milling them so they can get an early treasure cruise, but this is what our hand does, and we're gonna play to it. Okay, so Delver. That makes me less scared of the Blister Coils, because in a Delver list, there's a lot of other type of spells. I don't think we're necessarily favored this game though. We don't have any way to interact with them, and we also don't have a very fast clock. I mean, we can play a Sphinx's Tutelage next turn, but we're ways away from casting a Treasure Cruise. Our opponent's in the tank on this Ponder, and they chose to shuffle, so that's good. Another Ponder, so we're not blocking this turn. I mean, I think our best bet is to raise. Now they chose not to shuffle. Well, we don't even get to block. Yeah, this is not good. Ooh, another Treasure Cruise is not what we wanted. Play this Tutelage and probably die next turn. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Brainstorm. I mean, the only card I can really see drawing into is Yahenni's Expertise. I mean, if they don't have more spells, they probably have ways to protect their guys, so we can't kill them either. I mean, Frantic Surge would be a good draw. Okay. I'm not sure what they could have then. Maybe they just have counter spells. Ponder. There's the Yahenni's Expertise. And we want Expertise. I think we might need to be a little greedy. No. And then Brainstorm. They also run counter spells. I mean, we haven't built any counter spells. Wow. Yeah, our greed punishes us here because now next turn we're drawing the Rune Crab. Yeah, if they have a spell, we're dead. What are they putting on top? Chain Lightning. I mean, if they have a card draw spell, we can scoop them up. Okay, we're not dead yet. We're gonna mill their burn spell. Okay. That doesn't kill us though. So we play the crab, play a land, and then we treasure cruise. Okay, so we want to dodge a burn spell. Ooh, treasure cruise. That looks like it. And imagine that's pretty bad for us. Yep. I mean, that has to kill us. Yeah, we are dead. So they also have crackling drakes. We have to be aware of miscasts. So let's board in these. I still want the Knight of Souls Betrayals. Let's board in the Frantic Search. I don't think I want to bother with these. I don't want to pay life. Maybe just board out a tutelage. Like, winning is kind of an afterthought, although we almost raced them last time. Well, maybe just take out one Duress. I think the scariest part is the creatures. The crabs, they do block their creatures. Yeah, we keep it. We have an answer to the first creature. We have a crab. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. Swamp. If they play a creature, I will kill it before I play the crab, just because the crab doesn't do anything anyway. And I just want them to be spending their mana developing their board. I don't want to get got by a protection spell. Hopefully we can draw a land. Probe. If we resolve this Knight of Souls Betrayal, it seems better against this deck than the last time we attempted it. Okay, they're taking a long, hard look at our hand. But what are they gonna do themselves? Okay, Chain Lightning us. That's surprising. I mean, I'm gonna play the Rune Crab. I think I also play the Brainstorm. If they want to miscast our Brainstorm, they're welcome to. Put back Cruise and Sunken Runes. We'll play the Swamp. We'll mill them. I guess they did this because they're expecting us to play a land, mill them, and then they can treasure cruise, which I am fine with. If they spend this turn treasure cruising, then we can likely resolve this Knight of Souls Betrayal. That should be pretty good. Blister Coil. I mean, I'm gonna attempt to resolve this Knight of Souls Betrayal. Do they have Spell Pierce? Are they stubborn now? They don't. That's real nice. So now like half the threats in their deck don't do anything. At least I think they don't. You just can't cast them. Now they have to like rely on one of the drakes. This looks like a treasure cruise. Okay. They're fully on the burn plan. Not sure if that's really gonna work for them. Going to Brainstorm here. Let's put back 2 cruises. Play a tutelage. So next turn we can play a Rune Crab and keep open Drown in the Loch. This Knight of Souls Betrayal I hope is doing work. Mill them. Witchbane Orb. Ooh. Don't like that. Let's just play a Rune Crab. We kinda hope that they play something we can drown. I'll pretty much drown anything just to be able to fire off a cruise because we're drawing another. So really do want to get this game over with before our opponent draws out of it. We will be bringing in the bounce spell just to have a way to deal with Witchbane Orb. Well, they didn't play anything, so we're drawing another cruise. Witchbane Orb. Counter that. They have double Witchbane Orb. Oi. That could be annoying. They have a miscast for this, and we have an extra counter spell for that. No. Okay, now we can get a cruise off. Play this. Fetch. We want to get an island. And then make some blue mana. It's kind of awkward. Probably should have tapped differently, but I don't think it matters with them having 7 more cards in their deck, and that's it. So we need to worry about 2 Witchbane Orbs. And we melt everything. Delver, negate. So once we land a Knight of Soul's Betrayal, there's mostly just the board to worry about, the Crackling Drakes to worry about. I don't see any bounce, so yeah, Knight of Soul's Betrayal, pretty good. So into the Royal, it does become a little awkward because we kind of have to board in too many things. They only have miscast that we really care about hitting with duress. Board out a tutelage, I think the other one, and run it like this. Yeah, I like this hand. We have early interaction for a creature, and we have a way to stop some of their spells. And we have a treasure cruise to refill. Should give us a good chance of getting a competitive game. Now, talking about competitive games, they've mulled to 5, so that might be a little rough for them. Delver, okay. I want to kill that right away, but we can't. If they brainstorm, I guess we let them. Get hit for 1, sure. Sunken Runes. I think what we do here is we just wait till their upkeep to kill it. If they want to interact with it on their upkeep, I'm fine because we can spend our Spell Pierce there. And they have to spend their whole turn basically defending. If they don't, I think I will fire off this Brainstorm. Yeah. So just fire off this Brainstorm. Treasure Cruise and Spell Pierce, and honestly I think we should be pretty well set up if we don't make any weird mistakes. I don't want to play this crab because I don't really want to give them the possibility of having a Treasure Cruise in hand and getting back into the game that way. I think if we just play it slow, we should be able to win. Draw our Treasure Cruise. Still don't really want to do anything, especially because it means we don't have anything to interact with their turn. Hope to draw. Well, don't really want to draw another Treasure Cruise. Let's just play our crab then. Now it's kind of bad because we could have done it earlier, but I also don't want to discard. That seems worse. Okay. Yes, make an extra blue. Brainstorm. Cool. Put 2 cards. We put back a Treasure Cruise and probably a Spell Pierce. Let's just ponder. I actually do want this land because I just want to make my land drops. I won't do it again yet. I won't fetch again. Can Nature's Cruise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Now they can. But then they end up with 9 cards in hand. So I imagine that's fine as well. I don't really want them to kill our Rune Crab. Doesn't look like they can. Yeah, them milling to 5 is unfortunate for them. Okay. Duress. I think I do want to fire off a Duress. See what they're working with. Negate. I will spell Pierce their negate. And I want to see what I'm up against. They have the Witchbane Orb. So let's take that. We can answer the rest of their guys. I just don't want to get into a situation where Witchbane Orb is randomly going to get us. Like, this negate is very hard for them to actually utilize. Blister Coil, weird. Okay. End step. I think we just... Do we care about their Blister Coil? No, we just kill it. Maybe they negate it. I want to use my mana. They don't. That's fine too. Otherwise, we're like slowly killing them anyways. Yahini's Expertise. Let's brainstorm. Let's put back Yahini's Expertise and a Treasure Cruise on top. Let's play another crab. Let's play another land. And if they want to play the game of keep open the gate, they can. But I don't think that will win them the game. Yeah, now they have to go for a Sprite Dragon. We'll just kill this dragon. I want to keep my life total healthy. Milled both of their Witchbane Orbs, so this Into the Royal is free to be used on other things. Let's play our land. Let's Treasure Cruise. Let's Ponder. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take this River of Tears, or this Sphinx's Tutelage. Play that. Yep. Discard the land. Mill them. I don't see a way out of it for them. Sprite Dragon. That is acceptable. Take our damage. Play a land. Sack. Mill them more. Gaia's Blessing. What? Oh my god. Well, there is a way that we can lose. Wow, I think I've been playing this deck a little bit too much. Did they just draw that last time? Oh my god. How are we beating this? I'm not sure we can, to be honest. We don't have any graveyard hate. Now we just need to hope they draw it. We've been playing too much mill. I think this is us dying to the success of our own deck. I mean, outside of them drawing it, or us being able to like run them out on the clock, how do we win? Yeah, discard that. I mean, this is gonna Gaia's Blessing again at some point. You just have to hope they draw it. They can't cast it. So if they draw it, then they're out of luck. And we kind of want to draw Knight of Souls Betrayal. Man, that is rough. Chaos Blessing, really? Yeah, shouldn't be playing this much mill. Not having the gate to counter a thing. Man, this is awkward. Yeah, just, I guess we just try and kill their guys. They counter this, and we counter back. I'm not even sure if this is correct to kill all of our mill guys, but I guess we have to. Man, I'm really surprised to see Gaia's Blessing. What? GG's. They must have drawn their Gaia's Blessing. They must have drawn it. Wow. Oh man, I'm so happy we won that game. I couldn't believe it. Well, 4-1 with mill. I guess you need to start worrying about Gaia's Blessing out of the red-blue deck in the future, because this deck is pretty popular now. I guess that's a very nice compliment from our opponent to be running Gaia's Blessing, but hey, I'm just glad we got there. I hope you enjoyed this video.